Hey, I'm back this time with my makeup and beauty empties for the month of February 2021. I don't have any chit chat, so let's jump right in and get started with my boring stuff first, and then I'll get into my more exciting stuff as we go. So the first time that I used up is one of my 500 count boxes of cotton swabs. I just bought this from our local Kroger store here in Denver. And yeah, I just wanted to show this because even though it's kind of boring, I'm generally not the person who tends to be too picky about cotton swabs. I've tried more expensive ones from Ulta, you know, these store brand whatevers from Kroger, and I feel like honestly these Kroger ones do just fine. So I'm not the person who chooses to spend more money on cotton swabs and cotton balls and things like that just because, but yeah, I just wanted to show that, like, you know, I think they work just as well as anything you can get from Ulta. So I also, speaking of which, used up a bag of cotton balls from Kroger as well. Same kind of thing. I've never used a cotton ball where I'm like, man, this sucks. But, you know, like, just again want to demonstrate that, you know, just because you don't get it from Ulta doesn't mean it's not good. So would repurchase both of those. In fact, I have. So it'll be a long time before you see the cotton swabs, but the cotton balls don't take me especially long to go through. So you'll see them more from my channel. Okay, so let's get into some other things. Again, a little bit boring to start out with. I used actually like 3 of these tubes of Sensodyne toothpaste this month. I have one in extra whitening, I have one in complete protection, and also one in the Pronamel gentle whitening. So the reason why I go through these so quickly is because my husband uses these with me, but also I have found that he generally will take a new tube with him when he goes on trips. Like, he's a pilot, so when he's at work, he is like quite literally out of town for multiple days at a time. So I find that he'll take a new tube with him, and then once it gets mostly done, he'll swap it and put it in our bathroom, and I just tend to use it up. So that's why it looks like we go through a lot of toothpaste, but actually, I don't know, I think it's kind of a normal amount. But like I said, there are 2 of us who go through these. So Sensodyne is the brand that we always use. We switched to Sensodyne maybe about a year ago, and I would recommend it. It's pretty good. Okay, so the last kind of like boring thing, or maybe 2 things, I don't know, depends on what you think is boring, but I also used up one of these Opti-Free Replenish contact solutions. I take out my contacts every single night. I'm pretty religious about it. I used to not be until I sustained like an eye injury, I guess you can say. And then, yeah, my ophthalmologist told me to take them out every single night and not get lazy about it. So yeah, I go through a lot of contact solution. Opti-Free is pretty good. I generally switch between Opti-Free and BioTrue. So I like them for my daily contacts. All right, and the last kind of, I guess, boring thing, at least I think so, that I used up this month is just a mouthwash. This is in the Listerine Fresh Burst. Again, something that my husband and I use together. I do enjoy this, especially after I've eaten a food that tends to get kind of like flaky or crummy and leave just kind of like bits of whatever in my mouth. It's kind of nice to use this after that. So it's not like I use mouthwash every single day, definitely not, but whenever I really want it, then this is a good option for me. So I would recommend Listerine in general. Okay, so next, getting into more exciting stuff. I actually have a couple things that I decluttered during the month of February. So I'm gonna get into my first one. It is the e.l.f. Blemish Control Face Primer. I don't know what was happening with this, but I found that every time I used it, about 2 or 3 days later, I would break out really terribly. So I don't know that it'll translate much in the video, but I have been having a battle with my skin for the last week or so after I used this up, or used this for the last time. So I don't know, like it says Blemish Control Face Primer, and it's weird because I've used it before without any issues, but for some reason this time around, it just breaks me out really terribly. I just cannot deal with it. I have used up most of it. I don't know if you can necessarily see that. I don't know if it'll quite translate. I have used up most of it, but I just can't deal with it. I think that I've gotten my money's worth of it, I guess, and I'm just not going to force myself to go through it, especially because it does break me out. So I'm open-minded to e.l.f. primers in the future because I have used a number of them and have enjoyed them, but I definitely will not use the Blemish Control anymore. The next items that I'm decluttering are actually 3 lip balms. So these are from the same line, same brand. These are from the Sky Organics, and they are tinted lip balms. I purchased these at TJ Maxx when I ran out of the usual lip balm that I use. I decided to try tinted lip balms because I just generally don't ever use them. So I wanted to see how I went with them. And they were fun for a while, but I just kind of decided that I am more into just a normal lip balm that doesn't have a tint. So I wasn't horrified by the product. If you like tinted lip balms, I would recommend the Sky Organics brand, but I just didn't like it for myself. So I used up all of this kind of dark one, some of this champagne one, and then I wasn't really into this shimmer. It definitely just was a shimmery balm, and it looked a little like Y2K for me. Like I just can't deal with that. So like I said, the product itself was good. I would recommend it if you want a tinted lip balm, but I'm finding that that's really not my thing. So I have switched back to my normal lip balms, but still from Sky Organics because I do like the brand in general. So decluttering those, I'm just kind of like the e.l.f. primer. You know, I'm just kind of ready to move on. I used it for a while. It got my money's worth as far as I'm concerned. So I'm just kind of like letting it go. Okay, let's get into some more exciting stuff too. So I used up also a pack of facial wipes or makeup remover wipes. This is the Yes to Tomatoes Clear Skin Detoxifying Charcoal Facial Wipes. So these were on closeout at Ulta. I think it's because the packaging here is kind of starting to separate from itself. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's like some weirdness here where there's like a clear kind of filmy type of part of the packaging and it's separating from the like black colored part. So I don't know. I wonder if that's why it was on clearance, but I like these charcoal wipes. I've used them before, so I just decided to purchase them because they were cheap and I knew that I would go through them eventually. So I have slowed up dramatically with my facial wipes use because a few weeks back I did purchase the makeup eraser. I'll link it down below. I love this thing. I purchased the makeup eraser, but there are some times where it's like in the laundry or whatever, so I don't have, you know, anything else to take off my makeup, and I'll use the wipes when that is happening. So you're supposed to wash your makeup eraser once or twice a week. So anytime that it's in the laundry, I just kind of go through my wipes for those like few days or whatever that it's a little bit out of commission. So yeah, I like these. I prefer my makeup eraser because I feel like it honestly does a better job, but also it's more sustainable. But in the meantime, I do recommend these, especially if you're looking for a makeup wipe. Okay, so let's move on. I also used up a facial cleanser. This is the Clean and Clear Morning Burst Skin Brightening Facial Cleanser. This is my favorite of the Clean and Clear facial cleansers. I wish that Clean and Clear would make their watermelon fragrance that they dropped, what, like last year or 2 years ago. I wish they would make that into one of these facial cleansers, but in the meantime, this yellow one is my favorite. It says that it has caffeine, lemon, and papaya, and it's supposed to be like kind of, you know, brightening and illuminating, so it almost has like an iridescent or like a pearly kind of look to it. But yeah, I really enjoy it. So even though it's not cruelty free, it is what I use all the time, and it is my go-to. So I have repurchased this and I will continue to repurchase it. Okay, the next thing that I used up is kind of exciting. This is a hand soap. This comes from the Body Shop and it is in British Rose. Again, it's a hand soap, or what it calls a hand wash. This is 250 mils, so 8.4 fluid ounces. And I purchased this at TJ Maxx for $3.99. I actually purchased 2 of these, so you will see one of these again from me probably over the summer, but that is where I got it. So British Rose is a really nice Body Shop scent. I do enjoy it. It's not something I want all the time because it is very much so an in-your-face kind of floral, but I did enjoy it for the month of February. Used it up around Valentine's Day, so, you know, yeah. I thought that it went kind of quickly, but, you know, that's okay. I thought it still did a good job for being a hand soap. And, you know, I'm not necessarily pining for more of these Body Shop soaps, but if I found more at TJ Maxx or Marshall's or whatever, I would repurchase them. The second to last item that I used up in the month of February was also a pink item. This is my Collab Dry Shampoo Original. I purchased this because I was, I think maybe in October or November, kind of on the hunt for a dry shampoo. I generally use the Hask Coconut and Manoy dry shampoo. I don't know. It comes in an orange can. But yeah, I didn't find one of those, but I did find one of these at Walmart. So the Collab, again, Dry Shampoo Original. And I will say I really liked this. I get kind of fussy about dry shampoo because I feel like, at least for me, it doesn't necessarily do as well of a job as I want it to, I guess, if that makes sense. But I really enjoyed this, and I have repurchased it already, and I think that this is a brand that I will continuously go back to. I believe it is cruelty-free. Yes, cruelty-free and vegan. So good for those of us who have those kinds of sensibilities when it comes to beauty, and like I said, I really did enjoy it. It was a good dry shampoo for me, someone who's picky about especially like the residue that dry shampoo can leave behind. So I love it, and I'm glad that I took a chance on it. All right, and the very last thing is my most exciting thing for the month. This is something that's so near and dear to my heart. This is the Pink Spring Break Passion Fruit Hibiscus Body Mist. So this is my #1 of all time fragrance. It is so good. It says passion fruit hibiscus, but I think it actually smells a little bit almost like a sunscreen kind of beachy floral. It smells so good. So I had this way back in the day. I say way back in the day, like it was like 2012, 2013. I had this a really, really long time ago. To me, it's a nostalgic fragrance. I love it. It reminds me of being in grad school and student teaching and, you know, just enjoying that year, I guess. So like I said, to me, it's very nostalgic, very beautiful, great fragrance. So I do have to go onto like eBay and Amazon and definitely drop some coin on this, but for me, it is worth it. So unlike a lot of Bath & Body Works fragrance mists, I feel like these ones from Pink tend to linger, and this fragrance stays on you for quite a while. So I just feel like it's so worth the price tag, at least for me, because I have an emotional connection to this fragrance. So I have one more. I will continue to purchase more, even though it gets really expensive online anymore. So all right, so like I said, it's such a beautiful fragrance. I do enjoy Pink or Victoria's Secret fragrances in general, so I would recommend them. That is it for my beauty empties for the month of February 2021. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Yellow Brick Repat. I'll put it down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.